Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called Dating a Money Monster. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word. Now, let's get started. Have you noticed how little romance has to do with contemporary dating these days? In fact, I don't even know if what people are doing can still be referred to as dating. When you watch millennials and Gen Xers socializing and dating, it doesn't even resemble what dating once was. Dating used to be about romance and sex. It used to be about companionship. Now people date the same way that military adversaries size each other up before they decide whether they're going to attack the opponent or not. It used to be that when you saw someone you liked, you walked up to them and started talking. Maybe you asked them for their number. Nobody does that anymore. I think a lot of people don't have the guts for that sort of conversational commitment. Now they just hide behind their phones or their computer screens and send endless text messages or naked pictures to one another. That could go on for quite a while. Another weird thing is how millennials will agree to meet with a text message without ever actually talking to each other or hearing each other's voices. That's just amazing. I think the art of great conversation has just been rendered extinct. They feel comfortable sending countless nude pics to each other, but they don't talk to each other. Just amazing. The deterioration in the culture is just fascinating. I feel a little sorry for them because I don't think there's anything dignified about sending nude pics to someone 2 minutes after you've met them online. When somebody sends you nude pics, when you first meet them, it almost guarantees that you're talking to a low-value individual. And given the research we've done, there are an awful lot of low-value singles out there now. The thing that people put in their singles ads is also amazing to us. We see singles on social media ads standing next to all the drugs that they consume on their kitchen table. We see singles of people that contain their police headshots from the last time they were arrested. That's the sort of behavior we see a lot of money monsters out there engaging in the singles world. What's a money monster, you ask? This is a predator who simply goes on a perpetual hunt for the money of other single people. Their idea of dating involves trying to seduce you into giving them as much money as quickly as possible. Now, there are also a lot of subsets of money monsters out there. One creepy group involves really hot singles who work as caregivers, and they go to elderly clients at different locations and purportedly take care of them in their homes. They'll begin using sex on these senior citizens to win them over, and then miraculously, within a year or two, they'll convince this elderly person to sign their home over to them. One super hot caregiver can have many clients at a time, and within a year or two, when they start passing away, the families will find out that their house has been signed over to some 27-year-old Russian caregiver that they just met recently. That's just one example of the many predatory money monsters out there. Another even faster way to prey on single people is to get them addicted to your narcotics. The professional drug pimps, as they're called, will begin the online relationships by preying on some unsuspecting single person. They'll start the relationship off normally at first, and then they'll try and introduce them to various party drugs. Once they have them addicted to these party drugs, then it's pretty much game over. They can get their victims to sign over their cars, their properties, their stocks, the house, everything. They get them to prostitute themselves in exchange for more drugs. It's incredible. There are also other types of predatory money monsters out there in the single world. For example, on some social media sites, there are single people who may have thousands of followers who want to date them or send them gifts or money. What's interesting about that is that a lot of the people who become enamored with these supposed single people don't even have a clue that the photos they're looking at have been heavily enhanced, altered, filtered, or Photoshop. The beautiful, well-endowed, supposedly single women they see online could really be a 22-year-old Nigerian guy who's working out of some cyber cafe somewhere in the third world. Swindling naive single people out of their money is a major industry in Nigeria and other parts of the world. How large is it, you ask? Some people claim that it's larger and more profitable than selling or exporting drugs out of those countries. These activities have become primary export industries. The next group of single money monsters that are preying on ordinary people are groups that you would never think of. They're extremely religious and they're involved in these strange religious recruitment schemes. They'll use people's interest in God or religion to lure them in and swindle them out of everything. A lot of people believe that if the single person they're talking to is very religious, then that's a sign of a higher value person. That may be the case, and it may not. There are many legitimate religions out there, but there are also religious groups whose real purpose is to swindle people out of as much money as possible. These groups love to target seniors because they usually have some money saved up and they can be easier to trick or fool with fake displays of love and affection and religious beliefs. After all, if you can't trust a religious group, who can you trust, right? Now, this last group of money monsters is the largest and perhaps the most dangerous, financially speaking, when it comes to singles. These are single predators who will go after seniors who are infirmed. They will prey on the elderly with diminished mental faculties and then just go on from there. I once saw a woman who supposedly cleaned houses for a living. What she did was to target seniors who were living by themselves, and she would somehow get them to sign their homes over to her before they passed away. When the police did their investigation of her, they found she had convinced more than 24 people to sign their homes over to her within just a few years of running this scam. This was a woman who drove a 15-year-old car so as to look inconspicuous, but who managed to have more than $8 million in real estate in her name. The only way they managed to catch her was that one of the elderly people she thought had no family actually did have some family, and when they found out about this, they brought the police in and it was game over. So the moral of this story is, if you're single, be careful. Be very, very careful out there, because unlike the monsters you see in the movies, in real life, these money monsters will empty your bank accounts and take everything. One more thing. If the home caregiver or nurse or home cleaner looks like a supermodel and she wants to work for you, just say no, because that situation is really, really suspect. Supermodel looking people don't usually look for jobs scrubbing toilets or changing the diapers of 7-year-olds. Be very careful. With that, I want to thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to spread the word. Thank you, and we shall see you soon. Goodbye.